Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Savannah Chrisley makes big demand to sibling who betrayed family. Former Chrisley Knows Best star Savannah Chrisley is demanding that one of her siblings drop the family's last name amid betrayal. Savannah has spent over 2 years fighting for her parents' freedom, and now she is not backing down. Keep reading for more details on which sibling she is done with. Savannah Chrisley demands sibling drop family last name. When Todd and Julie Chrisley headed to prison in January 2023, the family was rocked. Savannah Chrisley became the parent to her 2 youngest siblings, Grayson and Chloe Chrisley. At the same time, she was determined to get her parents released. She firmly believed that their sentences were unwarranted, so she took it to the top. Savannah spoke at the RNC and campaigned for the current president, speaking to whomever she thought could help. By May 2025, her parents had been pardoned by President Trump and released within a day. Now, the family has a brand new reality series unlike anything they have done before. It is real and raw, not based on their comedic antics. Moreover, it will show what life was like without Todd and Julie, and then learning that they had been pardoned. One focus will be on those who betrayed the Chrisleys, including their own family members. Lindsay Chrisley, who came from Todd's first marriage, has been blamed for putting her parents behind bars. Now Savannah is suggesting that she should lose the Chrisley last name in a preview for the Chrisleys. Back to reality. Todd Chrisley's mother, Nanny Faye Chrisley, has always believed in her faith and in family. She notes how different the dynamic is now, yet she is still seemingly close with Lindsay Chrisley, regardless of what Savannah Chrisley has said. Lindsay did go as far as to drop her family last name and take on Landsman. This is her boyfriend's last name, so many believed she had gotten married. However, she made it clear that she was moving away from the Chrisleys. Love for the family? Fans who saw the preview for the Chrisleys Back to Reality were elated to see the family back together. They went on to praise Savannah Chrisley for holding everything down when her parents were gone. One had this to say about Lindsay and her behavior. No one will ever truly know what and why things happened the way that they did. Yet this will be a time to air all grievances and hopefully move on. The Atlanta heat clung to Savannah Chrisley like tension in the air. Thick, suffocating, impossible to ignore. The Chrisley family had endured scandal, courtroom chaos, and public scrutiny, but what no one expected was betrayal from within. And now, standing on the edge of a glossy Nashville skyline with her arms crossed tightly over her chest, Savannah was ready to confront it head-on. She had made peace with many things since her parents, Todd and Julie Chrisley, had been sentenced and sent to prison. Peace with grief. Peace with uncertainty. Peace with the ever-watchful eye of the media. But there was one thing she hadn't yet made peace with, the betrayal of someone she never thought would turn on them. Her own brother. Once upon a time, Savannah and her older brother Kyle had shared something rare, a complicated but genuine sibling bond. There had been trials, yes, and substance issues and disappearances from the family reality show, but Savannah had always held hope that the broken branches of their family tree could still bloom again. Until Kyle made the decision to testify, not in defense of their parents, but against them. His statements, vague yet damaging, had been used by prosecutors to raise doubts about the very people who raised them. He claimed he was just telling the truth. Savannah called it something else: betrayal. Weeks had passed since the verdict. Savannah had said little publicly about Kyle's involvement, choosing to focus on raising Chloe and managing the family's chaos. But behind the scenes, the silence was deafening. Until today, she texted Kyle only 2 words. In a sleek condo overlooking the Cumberland River, Kyle stood across from Savannah, disheveled, worn but defiant. "You really think this is how it's gonna go?" Kyle said, shoving his hands in his pockets. "You call me in here like I'm one of your clients? I'm still your brother." Savannah didn't flinch. You were. But family doesn't throw family under the bus just to save face. You stood in that courtroom and acted like we were strangers. You told the world Dad was manipulative, that Mom looked the other way. Kyle's mouth tightened. I told the truth. No, she snapped. You told your truth. You didn't come to us. You didn't ask questions. You just made statements. And now you get to walk around free while Chloe cries every night for 2 people behind bars. Kyle looked away. The silence returned. Savannah took a slow breath. Her voice, when it returned, was lower. I didn't bring you here just to yell at you. I brought you here because I'm giving you one chance, one demand. Kyle blinked. A demand. Yes, she said. You want back in this family? You want redemption? Then you fix it. You fix what you broke. Kyle scoffed, shaking his head. You think it's that easy? You want me to write a letter to the judge? Go on TV and lie? You think any of that would make a difference? I think the truth still matters, she said. The real truth. Not the curated version the prosecution wanted. You know who Dad is. You know who Mom is. You also know what this family has been through. If you want to be part of it again, if you want to earn even a sliver of trust, you do what needs to be done. Kyle studied her. And if I don't? Savannah's gaze hardened. Then you stay out. No birthdays, no holidays, no late-night calls when you spiral. You become just another outsider who cashed in on the Chrisley name and walked away when it got hard. The words were sharp, final. She hated saying them, but she meant every syllable. Kyle sat down, rubbing his face with both hands. You don't get it. I was scared. They threatened to bring up stuff from before, from when I was using. I thought if I cooperated, I could keep it buried. Savannah didn't soften. So you sold out Mom and Dad to protect yourself. It wasn't like that. It was exactly like that, she said. But I'm still offering you a road back, because for better or worse, I believe people can change, and I believe you want to do better. Kyle looked up. For the first time, there was something else in his eyes. Guilt, maybe. Regret. What do you want me to do? He asked quietly. I want you to sit down with our lawyers. Tell them everything, the full story, including what was twisted and taken out of context. I want you to go on record. Maybe it doesn't change anything legally, but it might. And if it doesn't, it still changes something else. Kyle leaned forward. What? Savannah's voice softened. It changes Chloe's future. It shows her that this family didn't completely fall apart. That her uncle took responsibility. That when he made a mistake, he tried to fix it. Kyle swallowed. And you'll forgive me. She hesitated. Forgiveness isn't a light switch, but I'll consider it a start. A long silence passed. Finally, Kyle nodded. Okay, I'll do it. Savannah nodded, arms still crossed, but a hint of relief in her eyes. Good. Then maybe we can still save something from this mess. As Kyle stood to leave, he looked back once. Savannah? Yeah? I know I don't deserve it, but thank you. She didn't smile, but she didn't slam the door either. We don't give up on family, we fight for it. But only if you fight too. As the door closed behind him, Savannah turned to the window again, the lights of Nashville flickering like tiny promises. The road ahead would be hard, uncertain, maybe even futile.